You want me to put a message to Sunny ji?
Yes, please.
No
Okay,
problem.
welcome everyone. It's been a while that I came live on YouTube, so thank you so much for joining, and do write it in the comments from where you're joining. Today I'm here live. I don't really come. There must be something amazing, and you might be right because I've got an amazing guest, and we are also having an amazing announcement. So just stay with us, and I don't want to take the thunder away from our guest. So let me add her right away into the screen. So welcome, Bina. Thank you so much for coming live with me on my YouTube channel. So tell us a little bit about yourself. I know about you, but I want you to tell more about yourself.
Thank you so much, Haritosh, for giving me the opportunity to come and speak. And yeah, about me, I'm just like any other ordinary Indian woman who is helping herself to go to the next level in her life. I have my own set of challenges, which I am happily facing every single day. And this is what happens like with my story. I just want to inspire every woman that we can be ordinary and we yet can achieve a lot in life. And every day, if I just take one day at a time and I move through it, I sail through it with the high vibration and keeping my faith really high, that there's a higher power which is working through me in this world, then my own little self doesn't come in between. वो जो डर वर बीच में आते हैं ना, that goes away. So yeah, this is about me, and I'm a life coach, a Reiki grandmaster, now an author also. So the journey is beautiful. I am loving healing myself every day and also helping others to heal themselves and
Hmm.
to go to the next level in their life, to start living a life of their dreams. That is
Amazing.
what brings spark in me when I see others flying high. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. And we might be joined by another guest very soon. So stay tuned, guys, for that. So tell me a little bit more about life coaching and how did you came into this whole realm of life coaching?
Yeah, so as you know, but then for the audience, I
Yes.
am an army officer's wife, and we were moving different locations after I got married. So even though I had a very good career, I decided I should leave it for my family and start moving along with them. But after being a independent girl for like 10 years, and leaving it all of a sudden, that decision I took as a from a place of being the best mother and a good wife for my family. But it didn't stay with me that well, in the sense that I started questioning my own self. What am I
Mm,
doing? Why am I here? What is the purpose of my life? Why am I not growing? Why I feel stagnated and suffocated? And does motherhood come with all these compromises and sacrifices? I was feeling choked within myself. And that
right.
is when I realized that either there is something wrong in the way I think, or there is something wrong which is happening within me, because I was not feeling relaxed. I was feeling very,
Mm,
very miserable from within myself. So I decided that it went to an extent that I developed hypertension in my body, like high blood pressure. And when my daughter was born, I was in a state of, like I was in a very bad health condition. And that is when I realized, the moment, when the time when I had lost my mother. And I just thought that, what if, I also just go away from this world like my mother, in between somewhere. And, what will happen to my children? Will they also suffer the way
mm,
I suffered? So from there, I just got a spark within me that no, I need to
amazing.
take charge of my life and I need to stand up again. And I have to be a happy mom, because if you are miserable from within yourself, this is what you spread. Whatever you
Mm,
are, if you are, आप कितना भी मेकअप लगा लो ना ऊपर से कि आई एम हैप्पी, आई एम हैप्पी, आई एम हैप्पी, बट अगर आप अनहैप्पी हो तो it shows on you. So that
that's
is
true.
what I was happening. I was just putting a makeup of being happy, but I was not happy. And from one decision that I took, that I will take charge. No more complaints, no more cribbing, no more saying why it happened to me, no more victimhood. I will just challenge myself one day at a time and I will rewrite my story. So,
Mm.
so in that, but we all need help, Paritosh. We are all human beings. We sometimes are so lost in life, we don't know where to start and where to go. How do I navigate this path? It looks very daunting, and that is when I found some mentors. And one of my spiritual mentor, her name is Alka. She said that, what has happened to you? You are not the same person who you were, Bina. And I said that, yeah, I'm not the same person. I don't feel so happy. And she said,
Mm.
because you are looking for happiness in all the wrong places. Your job is not you, your position is not you, your even what you've sacrificed, you're not looking at it. And that also, there was a lot of confusion within my own self, because so many times, Haritosh, we look at ourselves from the perspective of the world, कि दुनिया
Yeah.
मेरे को कैसे perceive करती है ना? तो I दुनिया is perceiving that I am failed, I perceive myself as a failure. When the world perceives you as successful, you feel you are successful. And that is a very, very stupid way of living your life. So
Yes.
I realized that everything that was happening in my life, which was so chaotic at that point, it was only happening for my growth, so that I can be open and I can reveal the real truth of life. So when
Mm.
I handholded that mentor, she really took me on a journey where I started getting answers of so many questions. We started reading scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Ashtavakra Gita, Patanjali Yoga Sutra, and all these. I did my post graduation in yoga and meditation. So
Wow.
all this journey happened, and I started seeing shifts in myself. And then when I went out and I saw other women, I spoke to them heart to heart. I found even they were in a lot of clutter and mess just like me. So I thought, why not just help them? So I just
Mm.
started taking my yoga and meditation sessions, and everybody who would come would say, Veena, when you talk, you just touch upon something and you heal us. So that made me a little more inspired, and I thought, let me do it in a better way, in a bigger way, so that I can use my life to help much more audience, many more people. So I started researching how can I do it professionally, and I found it's life coaching. It's an
Yeah.
industry in itself, the second fastest growing industry in the world. And so, and then how it happened in COVID, no, people in such miserable state at that point. It is
Absolutely.
during those days that I was learning, I was trying many things, and I did life coaching, many certifications I did.
Mm-hmm.
Then I found neuro linguistic programming, I did that also, and I got many tools to handle the drama the mind brings. So in one session you can make lifetime changes in a person. That is the power of neuro
Absolutely.
linguistic programming. In one session you can change things forever. So it is a science of happiness and success. So when
Mm.
I was doing all of that and I was getting magical results, and people were loving it, they were getting breakthroughs in their own life, but my pockets were only getting empty. I was only paying to other people. I was not able to earn myself, and that's when I realized कि नहीं यार, थोड़ा it's like, let it be a two-way process.
Correct.
So yeah, so that is when I started to learn marketing, and I learned the one of the best systems in the world, which is high ticket organic marketing, because I didn't want it to rely on Facebook ads and other tech tools. It was very complicated for me at that point. So I just decided to, and with organic marketing, a lot of magic happened to me in my life. In the first month itself, I made four high ticket closing, and in the last 7-8 months, I've touched more than $70,000, which is like
Incredible.
almost 10K every month, which is which is looking very promising to me. Now I am giving this entire system, life coaching certification and NLP certification plus marketing, to a lot of other women who also want to get started, heal themselves, heal the world. Let's make the world a better place for everyone. And this journey is very, very beautiful, Haritosh. And yes, I know that a lot of it has to also do with branding, which is
Absolutely.
which is very much essential when we are working as solopreneurs, we are working as coaches. And why? Because if you want to charge premium, you have to really know how to position yourself. So, for that, I got you as a mentor. You started helping me with my keynote speech, and not just that, it also helped me to, kind of look through my first book, that how do I align my story in my book? How can the message come out very, very loud and clear to people so that it really becomes effective? And the way you handhold it, that was phenomenal. So even
Thank you.
some of my audience, my clients, they are looking at it, because ultimately we are all in a generation of personal branding. And if we are solopreneurs, this is something we can't live without. It is like breathing for us. So please guide us on that. How can we become champions of at personal branding, and how can we take our game to the next level?
Absolutely. First of all, thank you so much for the opportunity. It has been an honor and pleasure to work with you. You're such an inspiring personality. So I think it was amazing to work with you. So how I look at it in terms of branding is that no, whatever you do, you are anyways creating a brand, right? The way you show up, the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you do everything, you're anyways making a branding. Now most of us are not making it consciously. Most of us are just going with the flow, which makes you ordinary. But what takes you from ordinary to extraordinary is the work that you do, is the stories that you put out, is the way you speak, the way you tell your stories is what makes a difference. Why is it that there are more than 1,000 brands of phone, but only when Apple launches a new phone, there is a mile long queue? Why there is no other queue for other phones? Because they have set their branding at high, right? Why is it that people are looking forward to get Tesla? And I know it's still not in India, but in UK there is 6 to 8 months of waiting time for Tesla. If you want to buy a new Tesla, there's a 6 to 8 months of waiting time. Only then they will call you and say, okay, your Tesla is here, now get your money and all of those things. Why so? Because they have built a brand over the period of time. So if you are a coach, you yourself are a product. Especially if you're a life coach, you have to brand yourself. There is no other way. And if you don't brand yourself, then you run to the risk of no getting low ticket clients, people not giving you the respect that you deserve, not recognizing you, even though it may seem like why is it so related, but it is very much related. You first, people buy you first, then your product or services, right? So you have to first make sure that you are showing up as your brand, you are showing up as the best self. And that is why stories are one of the best ways where you, and I'm going to ask you, how was your experience when I think few days back you had an opportunity to present in front of a number of people? How did it feel when you started sharing your authentic stories with them?
Yeah, so Haritosh, like let me be really honest on this, because I was always a person who was very shy in speaking about my own story in public. So, and I would always feel that that fear of judgment from people, and
Yeah.
people will book stories and they will talk like this and that, and whatnot. But I just realized in my journey that it was my fear only. And the world doesn't need our fears, they need our power. Okay, so I realized sharing my story authentically was a space of power, not a space of fear, actually. When I started to share my story, Haritosh, You won't believe what happened. We have a very formal culture in army, where army wives also do not open. We have very formal conversations. And that is the first time when I started seeing other women open up about their own challenges. There was no layered conversation that we were having. It was so pure, it was divine. Every person, just because I could come forward and share my vulnerability, it gave the power to so many women to come forward and share their, vulnerable stories also. And I think when we are vulnerable, that is when we really get help. So vulnerability is a superpower. When I became vulnerable to somebody, that person hand-holded me and took me to the next level. You know, where so don't think being vulnerable or sharing your story is is something negative or you cannot do. It is that one space that once you break within yourself, you will become unstoppable. And believe, when I saw people opening up that day, I just felt my job is done. Whether they come to me as a client or they go anywhere in the world, if they stood up for themselves today, my job is really done. So I was very, very
Amazing.
happy with that. And you are that person who really helped me to carve my story so beautifully that it became so effective. We all have it in our mind, but putting it in a very, very effective way is what I learned from you. And because I could put it in such an effective way, and I know there is still a lot of improvement yet, but just because I could do, I saw so much of transformation happening. So I am very, very happy to walk on this journey with you. And honestly, it is divine journey, it is divine plan. We are all those vehicles. So let's use this temporary life for the highest good of all.
Awesome, awesome. That's amazing. And I've been told that the other guest is also joining us. He's again another personality. So while he is joining, and apologies for he was waiting and then I got so involved. This is power of stories, right? When you are in a story, your clients may not be looking at your phone. They may not be looking at other things which are happening. They will be completely paying attention. And this is exactly what happened when you were telling about your story. So I'm going to ask him that. Please join again. I don't want to reveal his identity before he joins. So, another thing that comes to my mind when we start sharing the stories is that no, it makes people open, but at the same time, it also shows that you are the person who can help them, right? So, imagine you are still suffering, and if you tell the stories, people will be like, okay, that's great, I am also suffering. But you share the story that I suffered, I have recovered, I know how to make you out of this. Now you became a subject matter expert. So this is how this can help a lot of life coaches when they share the stories, they share their own journey of transformation. That's when people think that okay, this is my person, this is my mentor, my coach who I need to learn because I see a version of him or her in me. Do you agree to that?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because, yeah, once that one thing which is common between two comes together, that is when that unconscious bonding happens, that being togetherness happens, and you really understand that, oh, I get it. Oh, I really understand what you're going through. And you are open to handhold, and the other person is ready to surrender.
Very nice, very nice. So, Bina, we are here for a reason. So, there is something which is amazing and exciting. So, would you do the honors to share with the viewers right now? What is it that we are so excited about that's coming up later in this month?
Yes. Yes, I am super, super excited because we are doing a 3-day event called ThriveFest in Agra on 29th, 30th and 31st March, which is a long weekend, Good Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So This is for people who are aspiring life coaches who love to help others, and they also want to generate a second income doing that. So if you
Hmm.
are someone who loves to help people and who loves to heal others, and you also want to heal your own self in the process, you are invited for this 3-day event, where day 1 will all be about breakthroughs. Day 2 will all be about selling, sales, and marketing and personal branding, because the big surprise is that Haritosh is also there with us on day 2, and he will be hand holding you to craft your own personal branding with stories. So that is something phenomenal that we have. Day 3 is our award ceremony of all the people who are high achievers, seven figure achievers of our community, and a lot of additional stuff, money, EQ, IQ, healing your inner child, many things which you are going to love. So if you're a beginner, or you are already a seasoned life coach but struggling to earn money, this event is for you. I can promise that the person who comes in and the person who goes back, they will be two different people. You will walk away with a lot of confidence by your side, and we will be so happy to help you even post event. So grab this opportunity, because गाड़ी खड़ी थी बस अंदर बैठना था हमें, है ना? So it is that chance for you. And believe me,
Absolutely.
life is very small. We can just keep thinking about things and we lose opportunities. So this is very well planned, because it's a long weekend, Good Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we are so happy to host you and welcome you for the event, and looking forward to see you.
Awesome, awesome. That is absolutely my honor to be here. Really, really excited for this event. Now, Bina, how can somebody register for that? I know there are only a limited seats left, so you're almost 80-90% full. So there are only a handful of seats available right now. So how can someone get in touch and get the tickets, the remaining tickets before it goes away?
So you can even put in the chat box here, and we will one of the persons from our team will connect with you, or you can connect with Haritosh directly. You can connect with me directly, and we will take you inside the group. We will also post a WhatsApp link in the description here, so anybody who is interested can click on it and join. So yeah.
Right. So I'm also putting a link in the chat. So for those who are interested to know more about this Thrive Fest and what is going to be, you can join us on 21st of this month. We are doing a preview event about 90 minutes where we'll be talking in detail about what all you can expect, how you can join, and things like that. So you can use this link to register for that. It is there in the comment section as well. And then yes, if you have any other questions, you can send an email to contact@haritos.com, and we will send you all the details that you need. So I'm putting that link as well in the chat. So contact@haritos.com, send an email with the subject Thrive Fest, and we'll send you all the details. And that's how you can get connected. So thank you so much, Beena. It was an amazing conversation as always, and I'm so excited for the event where people are going to not only learn branding and storytelling, but also learn each and everything required to become six figure, seven figure, eight figure coach. And it is such an amazing initiative that you and Saniti is taking. So really, really appreciate you for that.
Thank you. Thank you, Haritosh, and thank you so much for joining in. And yeah, we are so excited because so much is coming.
Yes.
Thank you, Haritosh. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Have a good rest of the Monday and the week.